So we've talked about supply chain traceability and sourcing, manufacturing, but could the blockchain also track products through retail sale and beyond, including even secondary product owners?
Definitely. And I think there's, I'm sure Alex has got some thoughts on this as well, given some of the stuff that you guys have done with one of your sneaker clients. But it's like, I think that when you look at and so far, what I've been trying to outline is these three big pillars of blockchain: cryptocurrencies for payment, the NFTs for ownership, and then the data notarization. I think if you think about this in terms of products, data notarization is about the creation of goods. Fungible tokens are like the payment of goods. And then NFTs, the ownership. So when you put all this stuff together, I think that there's going to be an opportunity to monetize the transfer of the NFT. So earlier when we were talking about reinventing ownership through NFT, I think it's going to be possible to look at the selling of goods on secondary markets with NFT. And because of the immutable record of the movement of that non-fungible token, you can then use a smart contract to issue a royalty back to the original owner. So because of that traceability, you'll actually be able to see the movement of ownership of a good from one owner to another.
And it would be an incentive to install that system if you were a supplier, because you'd be making money throughout the longevity of this product.
Definitely. Yeah, I think brands are going to be very interested not only to get a kickback or a royalty in terms of the secondary market sale of their products, but also the ability to have more visibility into who's buying it and what prices it's being sold for. I mean, for example, like if you notice that you're selling a handbag for $1,000 and then on the secondary market it's going for $5,000, you may want to be able to, because you can track that information, you may want to increase the price of that in the first place.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. And I'm only saying that because I'm not at liberty to talk about some of the high-end luxury brands that we're working with. But what you two just spoke of is exactly what we're doing for several of our high-end luxury brands. They see it as another robust revenue model, which I do as well. As long as those key components are there, where it's a real product, you understand the provenance of the product, where it's living, where it was born, the ownership that it's changed hands with. As long as those things are available, there is a huge market for it right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also a huge market for digital goods. I mean, imagine if you're selling a $5,000 purse. I mean, you're talking about inflation, but the inflation of a digital copy of a luxury good. So let's say you wanted to just start issuing non-fungible tokens tied to a virtual version of that handbag. You could make a lot of revenue from selling digital goods that have essentially no cost of input in terms of manufacturing besides the minting of the NFT. So there's really, I think, a lot of revenue opportunities for companies in both the authentication and ownership of the data notarization and NFTs around physical goods, but also the NFTs around virtual goods and selling those virtual goods. So I think that in the short term, we're going to see authentication sort of lead the way. And I think you're going to see data notarization be the method of recording the upstream data, the sale, and where it goes. But I think over the mid to long term, you're going to have goods that are notarized during the supply chain. They're going to be paid for with crypto, and then they're going to be tracked and owned through NFT. And I just think that that's why blockchain has so much potential to really reinvent the pillars on which our economy is built.